Hello, everyone. Hi. We were a little late because we were busy laughing and sharing. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you
Hi.
for coming. Welcome. Please give us thumbs up if you can. Okay, yes. Okay, great. Okay, so hello everyone. We are here at the Guided Healing, and the episode is called True Colors, and we have multiple visitors today. So, Lady, Ariana, me ladies, and Sanjit. And we also have little Shiva with us today. That's why it is adventurous. Welcome everyone, and we are sharing a little bit about what we bring to the world and what is our medicine. So we'll start from Lady.
Well, hi everyone. My name is Lady, and I love the question. By the way, you made me think. I think my medicine has changed over years. I remember even when I was a kid, I was reading about the violet flame and Saint Germain and, Reiki and things like that. And then it went to, tarot reading and palm reading and things like that. And a lot of little activities, but over years, I've been going deeper within myself, and now I am practicing Course in Miracles, and it's all about forgiveness of the self, forgiveness of the illusion, and that concept that nothing is really real, whatever I perceive as an aggression or something done by others is really part of my perception, and it's how I see things and how I process them. So for the past 6 years, I've been studying the course and practicing. It led me to take some classes, and I'm a coach, so I do coaching with all related to non-duality and forgiveness process. And this also has led me to practice Kundalini Yoga because it connects also all the other areas in my life that I was exploring before informally, like the chakras and aligning and opening, letting the energy circulate. And so I'm on my teacher training, and very, very excited. So with Kundalini Yoga, there is a lot of meditation, there is a lot of reflection also with the use of the body, and with all the exercises that we do will help balancing our systems and our bodies. And that's it.
Thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia, from Bogota.
Ladies from Colombia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Colombia is in the house. Ari.
Hello, my name is Ariana. Ari for short. I'm a Nitaina from Borinquen. I have 2 sons, and my medicine is me. Let me stop.
Such a powerful way to put it.
Yes. There's a lot, but I will say that I've worked with children for over 10 years, and that is one of my big focuses, is bringing these practices into the classroom and practicing it with younger children. At the moment, I do work with sound a lot at home with my own children, or when I am in the classroom, I always bring sound with me. Sound bowls, chimes, all of it. The same way we react to it so beautifully, children are 10 times more receptive to it. So it can change a classroom atmosphere in a matter of seconds. So teachers get on it. Aside from sound, I do monthly full moon circles. I host those in my apartment in Harlem. Mothers, kids, everyone is welcome. Come as you are. And again, that's once a month for the full moon. There won't be one this month, but starting in February we will be having them. And protective stuff. Sorry, louder. Right now I have an Instagram page. It's called Ari's Yoni Steam Herbal Blends, and I concoct and work with a bunch of different herbs depending on whatever you come to me for. We can talk, we can discuss, and work with those beautiful magical herbs to get us well and balanced.
Yay, I hope.
Hi everybody, my name is Miladies.
Ladies.
So I'm a mixture of everything. My parents are Cuban. I was born in Harlem and I speak Spanish and English. That probably is the biggest challenge of my entire life. So, but
It may be a gift.
no, it's a gift for me, a challenge for many others. What my medicine to the world is, I would say healing, what we all hear, but mainly self-love and learning that external love does not validate our internal love. So I've learned not to look out for sources to be able to make me feel love. You know, I learned how to do that on my own from a very young age, not now, but I've been enhancing it now with Sylvia. So that's one of my biggest concerns, I guess. Learning how to teach others how to love themselves without looking for external validation, which is what we all do. But for the most part, I am a fitness instructor. I'm also a spiritual healer. I've been doing it since the age of 5. My family comes from the Yoruba tribe, and we've been practicing that practically all our lives. And then now meeting these beautiful ladies, I'm able to infuse it with other philosophies that help us move forward, and a lot of tools, a lot of crying. But for the most part, I definitely am a healer at heart, and I help people look for self-love.
The Orishas are in the house. A lot of crying and a lot of laughing, a lot of dancing too. Viva! Sanjit.
Hi everyone, my name is Sangeet Raj, and my medicine is supporting women through the entire life cycle of their reproductive system. So I'm a full spectrum doula, so that may vary from fertility to labor and childbirth to postpartum to abortions, or even in their prone phase, and more turning internally instead of shedding their menstruation at the end of our menstrual cycle. I complement all of that work through Kundalini Yoga and meditation, womb Reiki from Egypt, and herbalism, Western herbalism as well.
And where are you from?
I live in Westchester, in Yonkers right now, and my parents are from the Dominican Republic, so I'm Afro-Latina.
Afro-Latina. DR is in the house.
Dominican Republic.
Say hi everyone. Thank you for watching us. I was in a meditation recently, and a spirit said, before you give your medicine to the world, when you say you're a healer, it is a sacred moment. It's a very, very serious decision. And so Spirit said, you have to try your own medicine first. So I tried my medicine, and that is why we're here today. And that is why I feel so grateful for these ladies being here, because they mean a lot to me and they mean a lot to the world. We are doing the work. And that's why we're here together, to encourage one another. And the decision, the intention that we had right before we start was to uplift the day, uplift our mood, uplift our intentions, and to share that with you. Do you ladies have any thoughts about the march that is happening tomorrow? Because a lot of people are saying the serpent is rising. How do you see it? How do you feel about that? What is your take on it?
I can share. Earlier today, actually, on my Facebook, I voiced that this whole weekend in Washington, D.C. has a space where every woman can voice where they stand on a host variety of issues. It's great that it's available, it's not the only place, right, that thankfully we can voice. But for example, today my mom's on her way to Washington, D.C. And she's actually not going to the Women's March. She's going to a pro-life protest. My sister's on her way to Washington, D.C. to voice her opinion on equal pay, on equal representation, on pro-choice. And me being here, you know, I was recently featured in the New York Times about my experience with abortions and on supporting women as an abortion doula. So I'm grateful that this weekend, no matter where women are on the spectrum of that, we can all coexist and raise our voices in a way that before that became formalized, it wasn't available.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, okay. Well, well, on my way to take my kids to school this morning, I was just just grateful and in awe of just how much work we put in. Not just today, not just this weekend. We march. We women, we march every day. We get up in the morning, we pick ourselves up out of bed. You don't have to physically be there. Much love and light to those who are, but like Sanjit said, there are other ways, and we are marching. So don't feel any sort of way if you weren't physically able to be present, or you feel like you're not doing enough or speaking up enough. You are, just by breathing and walking with your head held high and being proud of getting your kids to school on time. That's me marching. That's me marching this morning, and me seeing that mother on the train struggling with her child, or helping the lady with the stroller, and reaching out my hand and just saying, listen, you're me and I'm you, so let's work together. It's not so much it doesn't have to be so elaborate, so big. It can be the smallest thing, and boom, there you're marching. We're all marching, so let's keep marching.
Yes. What I wanted to share is I was always away at the time of the march. It just happened at this time of the year. I was in South America doing personal healing work. But now I'm here, and I felt when I saw on TV the crowds, it really felt like a serpent, the power and the uplifting and the movement, very much like the power of the awakening of the Kundalini. But what I want to say about the goddess return, or about the feminine, the sacred feminine return, is it is important for all of us. It's not just for women. It is not just to pose and take selfies. It is so much deeper than that. It's to do our work, to do our personal work with the Course of Miracles, with the Kundalinis, because our life is a miracle. And so the responsibility and the simplicity of every day, walking the talk of every day for one another, to show up for one another. And one last word I wanted to say is to men. I heard somebody said, Sylvia, your work is just for women. That's why, I don't come to your workshops. And I said, you know what? We need you to show up. You're the father, you're the brother, and you're the son, and you're the lover, and you are responsible to show up. If you love a woman, any woman, you have to show up. And we say it with love in our hearts. We don't hold a knife, we're not going to harm you, but you need to show up and take responsibility for your love.
Can I say something on that?
Yes.
Me growing up without a father is actually very important for men to show up. I didn't find my father till about 6 years ago, and we have a good relationship now, but for the most part, that's practically my entire life. I missed out on having that male aspect, so...
Here he is, he showed up.
Papa.
Say hi. What is your name? He's way young for that, but he did show up. Sorry, ladies.
I need that.
I love my mom. You call.
Yes.
My papa showed up. So, but for the most part, I feel like it's very important because, again, as women, we're raising men as well. So everybody needs to see this healing. Everybody needs to be with each other. Like, honestly, men show up.
Yes, yes. Anyone else wants to share any advice for our audience? Anything that you want to share with the world?
Inclusion is a very, very big one for me. We live in New York, and still sometimes you may walk into a workshop or a yoga class or a meditation, and you only see a certain type of people. I love this because this is what your healers look like. We listen to trap music and wear mala beads. Like, it's all about, like inclusion. I see you, you see me, I'm here for you. It doesn't matter if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're a child. So many times as a mom, I've had to, or I have not been able to attend certain workshops or events or whatever have you for lack of childcare. We need to open up spaces where everyone is included. And that, like you said, men and women, but we need you to show up for that.
Absolutely.
And as healers, we just need to keep in mind and in our heart space to be inclusive of everyone. Everyone. The person in the yoga class who has a muscular dystrophy, like myself, who still gets stared at when you go to yoga. And the teacher is, the 200-hour teacher who's afraid to do an adjustment on me. Don't be afraid. Just talk to me. Let's be open. Let's communicate. And let's include everyone. Let's include everyone. Let's not leave anyone out, because if we are to rise, we have to all rise together. And let's do that work. Let's do that.
And if we want to say, or if we're saying that we're following the ancient wisdom, the tribes had a circle, and the circle, everybody was included. The older, the elderly, and the young people, and everybody was included. And so inclusion. Anything else?
I do think that something we all need is kindness. And kindness not only to the others but to ourselves. So I feel that when we start recognizing ourselves and being loving and kind to ourselves, we can, extend that to others. We live in a life where we all judge, and it's part of the mind. So it's not, it's not that we're gonna fight all the time with our judgments, but we can little by little start, putting this aside and recognizing our divine nature, recognizing the divine in every brother and every sister, so we can include everybody, and we can really grow together. I didn't say anything about the march because I'm not really I'm not really on the news, I don't really follow. I do know that there's a lot of healing taking place now in the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and that's a call that we are all called to do. That's the walk that we are all walking, and it's very important for us to do our personal work. I can't just go and march, but physically being present there, but personally not being congruent with my beliefs, with the things that I do. Meanwhile, there is another person that doesn't go but is doing the work, and I feel that we all have a calling, and we are all part of this planet for some reason right now, and we're all interconnected. We're all one. So if I heal, you heal. You heal, I'm healing. We're all healing together. We're all walking together. Let's be kind to one another. Let's include everyone, because nobody can be excluded from this unity that we are.
Let's be kind to one another, and let's bring balance.
Yes.
Let's bring balance, because the earth is hungry and is thirsty. And there's this imbalance. Yes, there is this imbalance, and there is imbalance in the masculine and the feminine. And you hear this outcry because we're both needed to show up, to take care of one another, not to be afraid, not to be judging. I think a judgment is really a waste of time. Sometimes it's like, I don't have time to do that. But sometimes it comes automatically.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's fear.
I think it also has to do where you're at too, depending on who you're with, and who you're talking to, the judgment could come like a certain way. Like, you're on the train, like me, I'm on the train, I'm by myself, I see somebody, I'm like, hey, you know, and then I'm like, no, don't do that. That's not nice. So it depends.
Be the observer
Yeah.
of yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
I think to your point, one of my teachers in herbalism, Karen Rose, she says that the healer of today is not the same as, you know, the healer or like the celebrity of the past, where they were put on a pedestal and expected to be perfect. The healer of today is, as Sylvia mentioned, the one who's doing the work and who's leading by example by trying her medicine first. So we are humans at the end of the day, you know, and so I think what you have here are women who are trying to lead by example, and having a strong opinion doesn't mean that we're ostracizing somebody's other way of doing things. You know, there should be an opportunity for everyone to voice their opinion, no matter how, you know, strong or different than the other people. So, you know, it's not about, we should be inclusive, but also in trying to set an agenda of inclusivity, we then start to, you know, not experience everyone as an individual human. And I think it's important that we move away from judgment, but also understand we're on the path as well.
Right, the self-love and the forgiveness for ourselves. Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching us. Please post questions if you have them. Our last thing we wanted to share is that we have an altar in front of us. You may not be able to see it, but we have a candle and we have an amazing moon deck, which I received the other day. Thank you, Jenny. I'm so excited about it.
I love this card too. I love the little box.
Yeah. So each one of us is gonna pull out a card and share it with the world.
So if you tune in,
Yeah. Go for it. Go from the last, and we all share it at the end. Oh wow.
we live and we like, you need it that one.
Who wants to share?
So you want to start? Then we go.
Sure. It's a beautiful card. It shows a compass, and it says, "My inner compass knows the way." Sharing with you, Aho.
Mine is, I meet resistance with kindness.
Which is what you
You
said.
That's what I was just talking about. So.
Yeah.
This is what it's called, synchronicity and spirit
I know.
coming down.
I have unlimited potential and claim my purpose. All I need is within me.
Wow.
Well,
It
it kind of looks
sounds
like
you.
you.
That is so cool.
Oh, mine's just a serpent, and it says, I shed habits that hinder my truth. I release and renew, which is, let me tell you guys, this is what I really
Wow.
I even cried this morning.
Beautiful.
I got the card. Let's see if I can hold it up. I am ready. Thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I spend a lot of time analyzing and over-analyzing the ways that I can improve or lead by example. And I think this is kind of, in order to receive, you have to affirm your worth in the present moment. So I think that's what this card is, what I'm going to lean into a little more.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
A couple of last things I wanted to share. Ariana does a moon circle. Sometimes you guys are together in her home in Harlem, and she does. She works with herbs and sound healing. Sangeet and Lady work with Kundalini yoga and meditation, and they will be having classes at the Guided Healing on Sundays. On Sundays, alternating. So please join us for Kundalini yoga and a gong sound bath. And my ladies,
Because I'm confused. Alright, because I do a lot of things. For the most part right now, I'm a Reiki healer, okay?
Yes.
I've been doing that and I'm practicing that. But I honestly do guide people, so I do special baths for people and things like that. So
Yes, and we
I'm a broad guide.
definitely all ready for healing when it comes to that.
She dances. I don't know why she doesn't want to share.
The
that she
Zumba.
dances.
It's been taken away from me.
She's never gonna stop dancing.
Who is Cuban and not dancing?
Who's taking it away? Don't let anyone.
Nobody. And I just wanted to share, so we have the Kundalini classes with the sound gong bath, and just a word for what saved my life. What saved my life, my medicine is meditation. There is not one day that goes by if I don't sit in the morning with myself and just sit with Sylvia and see what is going on. I'm not able to go out in the world. I'm not able to do the healing that I do. I'm not able to lay hands. I'm not able to do readings for people and hold space. So meditation, kindness to yourself, inclusivity, Kundalini yoga, and dance and laugh, and we love you.
Wait, Sylvia didn't say about herself. She says she's good. She heals all of us.
She does.
She does.
She does.
I'm working.
She left that out, guys, but
Okay.
she's really our healer.
Family Constellation Workshop on Sunday in the city. I'll put the information 3 to 8. We love you and thank you.
We love you.
Bye.